What's going on, YouTube? Sean here, and welcome to episode 11 of the Godzilla movie rewatch. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Godzilla vs. Hedorah, aka the weirdest of the weird Godzilla films, at least in the Showa era. This is one where I know there's a lot of fans of it. I'm kind of more mixed on this one, per se, than I think the general public. This one, like I said, there's just a weird tone to this one. It's really different from the other Godzilla films that came out at this time. There's some really weird LSD-inducing moments. It has a surprisingly dark tone to it, like a very dark, morbid tone going on with this one. You have Hedorah that just, blows smoke out its ass, and then people just turn into bones. When I saw that at a young age, I'm like, Jesus, what the fuck am I watching? You got little weird cartoon segments. You got some scenes with a bunch of hippies getting killed. So, yeah, it's all fun Godzilla stuff, and a very, 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 very in-your-face message about pollution. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anything this ham-fisted in a Godzilla film. Like, pollution! Don't pollute! It's literally like they really hit you over the head with it. There's no subtlety to it whatsoever. Because some people might not understand that in the original Godzilla about the nuclear metaphor. Some people could just look at it as just a monster movie on its own. And even so, it still, holds up well. But obviously that metaphor is, it's very prevalent throughout the film, but it's not, as in-your-face as this. Like, this one, it literally opens up with it singing about garbage or whatever, and then you just got, shit floating all over the place. And yeah, it is important not to pollute and stuff. We get that, protect the planet and such, but boy, this one, it takes it really far with Hedorah just turning into, this giant glob of shit monster. Hedorah is one of the toughest opponents in the Godzilla franchise. He's so deadly. He's so gross. Oh, it's like Godzilla fighting a giant piece of shit. That's how I describe Hedorah, as a giant shit with little... It's just gooey and gross. Godzilla, gets dumped on, and you get the acidic qualities of Hedorah's body just all over him. It's just disgusting to watch sometimes. Weird moments. There's a scene where a guy is tripping balls, and then he sees girls with fish heads. I'm like, what am I watching at this point? It has a very weird tone in terms of Godzilla films. Do I hate this one? No, I don't really hate it. I'm just more I'm just a bit taken back by it, per se. It's not one of my personal favorites. In fact, it's one of the weaker ones of the Showa era for me personally. It is interesting to watch. I know some people really dig the tone in that of this one, but me personally, it's not one that's my cup of tea, per se. The fight scenes between Godzilla and Hedorah are, okay. Godzilla flies in this one, which is weird as hell. I'm like, how the hell is that even working? I mean, it's kind of funny when you watch it. I mean, I enjoy some good cheesy stuff. But this one, it has some cheesy moments, but like I said, there's just a weird tone to this one. Even how it ends abruptly, it's like, another one? I'm like, another one? What? So, this one was made by Yoshimitsu Banno. From what I heard, a little bit of the production history, he was basically, not allowed anywhere near Godzilla. I could be wrong, you can just point it out in the comments below, but he was basically blacklisted from making Godzilla films after this one, because I think it was Tomoyuki Tanaka who was just like, no, this you just killed it. You killed it all. This one's it's just too much. And then this one went on to become a pretty popular one, also known as Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster. I was, when it came to my rewatch, this is the one I was actually, in terms of the Showa era, the most curious to rewatch, because I'm like, okay, you know what, I actually want to see this one again, because I want to know if my opinion really changed. I do like it a bit more than the last time I saw it, so maybe the more I see it, the more it's going to grow on me, per se. But, like I said, it's just that weird vibes I get with this one. It's kind of a little bit, all over the place, at least for me personally. Hedorah as a monster itself, it is creative, and there are some horrifying moments, especially if you're a little kid watching Hedorah just kill everybody and turn them into bones. But, Jesus, that's surprisingly really dark. This one, if you want a very bizarre Godzilla film, this is the one for you. I can't think of one that's any more bizarre than this. So, if you want to check something out that's pretty ridiculous, crazy, check out Godzilla vs. Hedorah. Otherwise, if you want something a little bit more grounded per se, I'd say check out the next one, even though that one has like giant space cockroach people. So yeah. All right, that's all I'm going to say about this one. Kind of short today, but that's just kind of how I am with Godzilla vs. Hedorah. I just don't have nearly as much history with this one as I do some of the other ones. It's just a strange tone one. Hedorah's not one of my favorite monsters. He's one of the most powerful, but not really one of my favorites. And I just sit back and I watch this one. I just get, man, this is just a weird one. Just a very weird, bizarre Godzilla film. So if you want weird, this is the one for you. All right, well, that's all I'm going to say about that one. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on Godzilla vs. Hedorah or Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster, whatever the hell you want to call this thing. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Let me know. We can talk about the movie some more. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications. Come back tomorrow as we're going to be talking about one that I do really, really enjoy, which is Godzilla vs. Gigan. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, I'm just going to wrap it up. Take care now. Bye-bye then. I'll see you next time.